I'm here so you can give a truthful statement, either by solemn affirmation or swearing on the Bible. Which do you prefer? Swearing on the Bible. Just put your hand on the Bible. Do you, Jennifer Pan, swear that the evidence you shall give on this investigation shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. At this point, I started hearing my parents get up. And they're moving. And my mom's yelling, "Where's my daughter? I want my daughter. Where's my daughter?" And I'm yelling, "Mom, I'm here."
Momentos depois de ouvir pela última vez a voz de sua mãe, Jennifer ouve som de tiros. No Vietnã e em outras partes da Ásia, o termo Tiger Parenting é comum. É uma forma de educação estrita em que os pais estão altamente empenhados em garantir o sucesso de seus filhos. Especificamente, os pais tigres pressionam seus filhos a atingir altos níveis de desempenho acadêmico ou sucesso em atividades extracurriculares de alto status, como música ou esportes. Foi dessa forma que Jennifer foi criada por Big Pam e Huai Pan, dois imigrantes vietnamitas. Jennifer foi obrigada a ter aulas de piano e praticar patinação no gelo desde os 4 anos de idade. Secretamente, alimentava a esperança de se tornar campeã olímpica de patinação artística, mas o rompimento de um ligamento do joelho enterrou seu sonho. A lesão encerrou sua promissora carreira. Seus pais passaram a pressioná-la a se dedicar seriamente aos estudos, mas Jen não tinha inclinação para os estudos, não como para a música ou o esporte. Na realidade, Jen era uma aluna nota C, mas seus pais queriam uma Jen nota A. Nota A em todas as matérias.
Did you ever feel that they expected too much of you? How so?
Comparison to other people.
Okay, so who would they compare you to?
Like classmates, clubmates.
Okay, and so some of them have been successful recently? Okay, and what did they say to you?
Wish you could have been that person.
Okay, so that's pretty hard, right? Hard to take for you?
What I've heard on my letters.
But did you ever feel you weren't as smart as what they thought that you were?
Yes.
Okay, I get that feeling, that it's pretty tough to live up to their expectations. Your dad ultimately would like to see you be like a doctor, and maybe you can't do it, right? And I'm not saying you can't, but I get the feeling that those were pretty high standards for anybody. Not everybody can be a doctor. Their expectations were so high that few people would be able to reach that expectation. And it started at a young age, since you were a child, that you would be successful.
Para não desapontar os pais, Jem começa a falsificar suas notas escolares. Mais velha, vai ainda mais longe. Diz a eles que foi aceita em um curso de medicina. Para seus pais, Jem está morando na faculdade, mas a realidade é totalmente diferente. Jem sai do ensino médio antes mesmo de completá-lo e vai morar com seu namorado, um traficante de drogas com quem mantinha uma relação de 8 anos em segredo. Em 2010, seus pais descobrem a verdadeira vida de Jem. Eles dão a ela 2 opções. A primeira, voltar para casa com 24 anos e viver de acordo com suas regras, incluindo a proibição de continuar o namoro. A segunda, fazer o que ela quisesse, mas esquecer que um dia teve família. Jennifer escolhe a opção número 3. No dia 8 de novembro de 2010, 3 homens entram na casa da família Pam. 18 minutos após a invasão, a polícia recebe uma ligação.
Help me, please. I need help.
Where are you, ma'am?
I don't know where my parents are.
Ma'am, calm down. What's going on?
Some people broke into our house and they just showed us all his money.
Hey, please?
Dad? Good Lord, I'm calling
Ma'am. Hello?
I'm okay. I'm alright.
Hello?
Yes?
Ma'am, can you spell the street address for me, please?
H-E-L-E-N. Someone broke in and I heard shots like pops. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
Big Pam tomou 2 tiros, um no pescoço e outro na cabeça. Morreu imediatamente. O Huey Pam, um tiro no ombro e outro no rosto. Milagrosamente sobreviveu. No hospital, foi induzido ao coma.
Suddenly, I just heard my mom calling for my dad to come down, and that's when I lowered the volume on my TV, and I could hear the voices weren't any voices I was very familiar with. And a guy was there and he came at me and had string in his hands and tied my arms back and said, I have a gun behind your back. Do what I say. If you do what I say, then no one will get hurt. The next thing I know, I think I heard my parents going down the stairs, and my mom was asking them for me to come with them. They wouldn't let me come with them. And the last things I heard them say was, you lied to us. You lied to us. And then I heard 2 pops. My mom screamed. I yelled out for her. And a couple more pops.
Até esse momento, a versão contada por Jem é bem convincente. Porém, após 18 minutos, o primeiro erro. Ela compartilha a estranheza do detetive por ter conseguido fazer uma ligação com as mãos amarradas atrás de suas costas. Jem hesita e busca aprovação.
The stairs, and at that point, I had my phone on me, behind me, that I had hidden there that they didn't know about. So,
no dia 11 de novembro, Jem é novamente convocada para um depoimento, ainda como testemunha, para dar mais detalhes sobre os acontecimentos na casa dos pais. Extraoficialmente, ela já é uma das principais suspeitas, mas os detetives precisam coletar mais provas contra ela.
I'm very nervous, and
Why are you nervous? Tell me about why you're nervous.
because I don't want to say the wrong thing. That day was a lot.
I want you to sit back in your chair, take a deep breath, close your eyes, just follow my line, just sit back in the chair for a second, sit back, relax, the best you can. And just breathe for a minute, okay? Okay, so give us verbatim, what do you hear her saying? Is it in the Vietnamese, Chinese, or
Yes,
is it in English?
It's in Vietnamese.
Okay, and what do you hear her say?
In Vietnamese, she's like, Han ơi, xuống đây.
And what does that translate to?
That's my father's name, Han. Come down here.
All right, where are your hands?
They had tied my hands.
So let's
as
go-
I said.
or-
No, I said it earlier.
Okay, then let's get back to that area. I think you might have touched on it. We went back into the description. Can you stand up and turn around and tell me, just show on the camera, how your hands are bound?
Just tell you.
Questions are going to obviously raise is that if my hands are bound and I'm against the railing, how do I talk to a 911 operator? Stand up and turn around. Just put your hands back behind your back, exactly how you remember they were. So now, how can you get to the phone? And how do you make the phone call? 911? And do you talk down like that?
Yes, I'm yelling at the phone like this.
And how can you hear?
I turned the volume on max.
Did you see them recover anything inside your mom and dad's room?
I did not see anything, no.
Are you sure? Because when we spoke the last time, there was some mention of some other money that went missing.
Yes, the U.S. currency.
Because you're pretty solid saying that it was $1,100 that went missing, that was taken. And that you saw it when we spoke. And who took it.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I believe when they were looking for my father's wallet, they had opened the drawer
What drawer would that have been in?
at the doorway where I was standing on the left side, the bedside table.
Whose side of the bed is it?
That's my mother's side of the bed. Sorry, I don't
Don't
remember.
apologize, okay? The only reason you would apologize to me is if you've lied to me. You've lied to your parents about going to school. You've lied to Daniel about being raped. Who's to say this whole thing isn't a lie? Because if you are lying, it's the most cold-blooded thing that I've ever faced in my life.
Depois do segundo interrogatório, Jennifer é monitorada 24/7 pela polícia. Eles a seguem até mesmo no funeral de sua mãe. O pai milagrosamente acordou do coma. Quando questionado sobre o crime, ele surpreendentemente lembra de tudo o que aconteceu. Sua versão não combinava com a versão de Jennifer. Ele diz que Jem nunca foi amarrada e que ela conversava com os invasores. Jem é convocada para o último interrogatório em 22 de novembro de 2010.
Do you understand what your rights are here today?
What do you mean?
That you don't have to speak to the police? You don't have to give a statement if you don't want to. Do you understand that?
No, I do.
If you had anything to do with the actual homicide itself, of course you could be charged with murder. You understand that?
Yes.
É lido o direito de silêncio ao invés do direito de testemunha. Se Jem conhecesse as leis do Canadá, saberia que ela era considerada suspeita.
So you like sushi?
My friend Gary likes sushi.
Okay. And how old were you when you started?
7 or 8, I think.
Okay, so young. And what made you stop going?
I tore my ACL a lot.
So injuries. If you didn't get injured, would you still be doing it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I was petrified of the conversation.
Okay. All right. Now, do you think there's any reason why they tied you up and didn't tie your parents up?
I don't know.
Does that seem odd to you? Does it make sense that they would leave a witness behind if they were going to kill somebody? To leave a witness behind that could describe them? Does that make common sense for killers?
It's not.
Do you think that was a mistake they made then?
They kept saying that they're running out of time, and they just...
It doesn't take a long time to kill someone, though, does it? The reason why I'm here today is that I'm an expert in what we call truth verification. Okay? Now, in my experience as a police officer, no matter what the case is, okay, for some reason or another, people make mistakes. I know in your life you've already had occasions where you're well aware what half-truths mean, right? I talk to thousands of people, okay? And I basically know when somebody's not being straightforward with me, okay? I can tell by the language they use, how they answer the questions, their body language, how they treat the question, that something's wrong here, okay? This doesn't make sense. The other thing we do is we have to reach out to what we call modern technology, okay? So there's some of the things that we utilize is satellite. It's like an x-ray, okay? And basically we're able to tell, you know, are those movements, are those actions, that number of people consistent with the story that we've been told. I am well aware that anybody on this earth is capable of making a mistake, okay? I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're a priest. I don't care if they're a school teacher. And at this point, Jennifer, I know that you've not been truthful with the police. Things you have to remember is that your dad was there, okay? And your dad had a front row seat to all of this. And he has a very clear perception of what's going on. Because at the end of the day, you're a good person. I know that. You've got a good heart, okay? It's not worth it anymore. It's hurting you. I need to know the details. I can't even say. But I can tell you one thing is that we already know, so you can't change that. That's what your mom wants right now. She's watching us here. She's wondering, is Jen going to make the right decision here? Is Jen, after all of this, going to come out on top doing the right thing? You're sorry, aren't you? They were supposed to take you? Why? Okay, so they were supposed to take the whole family out?
No, just me.
What went wrong?
I don't know.
How come it was supposed to be you?
Because I didn't want to be here anymore.
Why not?
Because I was like a disappointment.
Okay.
I wanted to be shot.
Okay, and what did you discuss?
Just to make sure I had the money.
You had to tell them what you wanted, though.
I told him that I wanted to be killed.
And did he think that was something crazy?
He said, "Are you sure that's what you want?" And I said, "Yes."
Because I don't think many people get that request. Why did they do it when you were, when your parents were there then?
Never alone.
But what's not true is it was never for you. You went to this person and you asked them to do a job. And the job was for your parents. Okay, that's what we got to get to here. Okay? I know that's what really happened, Jen. Okay? Because of how you've been treated for the last 7, 8 years of your life, you no longer know how to tell the whole story, the truth from the start, okay? You've been conditioned just to tell little bits of the truth and little bits about lies, right?
It was supposed to be.
Okay? Nobody's going to come there and get the wrong people, okay? They're not going to tie you up and just kill your parents. That's not realistic, okay? Okay? They were there because you planned this. And I understand why you gave the order, because you couldn't do it yourself. Okay, but if you wanted to kill yourself, Jen, you're not going to pay somebody $2,000 to do it.
I couldn't do it myself.
Okay.
So.
And if that was going to happen, they could have taken you outside and done it anywhere. Okay, there's no need to involve other people in this. You let them in the house. You let them in. We know that. You did leave the door open for them, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. All they wanted was so much success out of you, they were not even looking at you as a person. Instead of just saying, as long as she's happy in her life, I'm happy with it. If she wants to be a piano teacher, that's great. If she wants to continue figure skating, that's wonderful. You know what I'm saying, Jen?
I know what you're saying, but
Okay.
this is what I know.
Okay.
And
Okay, so the only thing that you haven't told me is that you put the plan in motion for your parents. And now you would wish you never did. And that's good, okay? It's good that you feel sorry about it, because you do. If you could go back, you wouldn't have gave that plan to them, would you?
if I
Jen?
knew what they were going to do, I wouldn't
Okay,
have done
Jen,
it.
look at me. Nobody shows up at your house for no reason and kills the wrong people. Why would somebody shoot someone they didn't have to shoot?
I don't know. I can't figure that out.
And actually not shoot the person they're supposed to shoot?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, why didn't you tell us this that night then?
Because I was scared.
Scared of what? Telling the truth?
Yes. That I wanted to die.
If you wanted to die, you would tell us everything because it wouldn't matter. Right?
It does matter because the wrong person got hurt. And my dad is suffering.
Okay? The good thing about this is your dad did live. And that went against the plan.
My dad's hurt. How can that be a
Okay,
positive?
but he's not dead, is he?
No.
Okay? And this thing started out with him supposed to be dead.
No.
Okay? I need you to listen close to me, okay, Jen? At this point in the investigation, okay, I'm going to be arresting you for murder, okay? Also attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Do you understand that? Just have to tell me if you understand those charges. Just say yes or no. Yes. Okay. So do you have a lawyer?
You said that you were on my side. And I was...
Okay, I am on your side, Jen. Okay? I know what happened here. Okay? I'm on the side of truth. Okay?
O julgamento ocorreu em 2014. A polícia decodificou 106 mensagens entre ela e o namorado antes do assassinato, nas quais eles o planejavam. Jennifer contratou 3 assassinos de aluguel e antes do crime deixou a porta destrancada. O namorado, Jim e os 3 invasores foram sentenciados à prisão perpétua com possibilidade de liberdade condicional após 25 anos.
So much expectation.
Did you have any resentment towards them for this?
I chose what I chose. but in the end I chose my family.
Okay.
Fala galera, aqui é o... Muito obrigado se vocês chegaram até aqui no vídeo, de verdade. Já deixa aquele like, compartilha, se inscreve. E galera, eu vou fazer agora duas perguntas. Eu quero que vocês escrevam aqui nos comentários as suas respostas. Então galera, a primeira pergunta é: na opinião de vocês, quais foram os principais erros no plano de Jem? Segunda pergunta: você acha que Jem realmente queria se matar ou... na verdade, aquilo só foi uma desculpa esfarrapada? É isso, galera. Muito obrigado novamente. BMK out!